U.S. attorneys are announcing one drug arrest and another drug conviction under Operation. Williams was indicted for possession of fentanyl and meth with the intent to distribute in April of 2024.
What would you do if the law granted you a second chance? Turn over a new leaf or continue to slide down into the quagmire of crime? Today we will open the dark files of Calvin Williams, a notorious illegal drug dealer in the state of Florida, USA. Instead of seizing the opportunity while out on bail, he once again fell into the net on Interstate 10. The things hidden inside that fateful car were so terrible that they made even the most veteran officers shudder. What did the authorities find? And how was the price of 17 years in prison behind those pills of death determined? What do you think about those who deliberately reject leniency? Leave a comment below, hit like, and subscribe to the channel to join us in uncovering the truth right now. People's lives always need a clean and safe environment to thrive. However, the seeds of crime related to addictive substances always lurk, threatening the happiness of so many families. Recently, an extremely strict sentence was handed down to a notorious illegal drug dealer in this local area. The event not only closes a complex investigation, but also sends an ironclad message from the government. Those who profiteer from the downfall of others will certainly have to pay for their crimes appropriately. The main character in this sentence is a 35-year-old man named Calvin Eugene Williams, a resident of Panama City, Florida. This man's criminal path reflects persistent recklessness and a severe disregard for law and order. Law enforcement records have very clearly noted the milestones leading to today's well-deserved sentence. That dark journey began to be brought to light on April 19, 2024, when the crime was discovered. At that sensitive time, police forces from the Bay County Sheriff's Office quickly intercepted the vehicle and proceeded to arrest Williams. During a thorough inspection, the authorities discovered and seized 6 ounces of meth, along with about 95 pressed pills. These pills contain fentanyl, which is an extremely dangerous and incredibly toxic synthetic substance. This is the leading cause of countless overdose deaths in America, bringing so much sorrow to society. Every pill seized on the street means one more life saved from the scythe of death. The timely intervention of the police force holds immense significance for the safety of a vast community. What do you think about the law giving a second chance to those who have made mistakes, but they continue to reject that leniency? Under the provisions of the legal system, Williams was allowed to post bail to be released from jail pending trial. Being out on bail was inherently a golden opportunity for this man to reflect on himself and return to the path of rehabilitation. Unfortunately, the temporary leniency of the law could not make this man awaken or feel the slightest bit of remorse. Instead of repenting, he continued to sink deeper into the path of crime on a scale many times larger than before. The psychology of those who chase after illicit gains is often clouded by bottomless greed and ultimate selfishness towards their fellow human beings. They seem to forget that the price to pay for sowing the seeds of disaster into the community is the permanent loss of freedom and personal honor. The families of addicts have to bear pain that cannot be measured in words as they watch their loved ones drown in hallucinations. Selling out one's conscience to rake in guilty money is an act that deserves to be most strongly condemned by the whole society. Williams single-handedly closed the door to rehabilitation that the law and society had humanely opened for him during his days out on bail. Nearly a year passed since he stepped out of the jail doors, and this man, old habits dying hard, continued his underground operations. On March 11, 2025, Williams once again fell into the crosshairs of prestigious law enforcement agencies. The Florida Highway Patrol stopped his car as the vehicle was traveling on Interstate 10. During this fateful traffic stop, the officers quickly discovered highly unusual details. Based on their extensive and sharp professional skills, the police officers established enough legal grounds to conduct a comprehensive search of the vehicle. The decision to search this vehicle was an incredibly important turning point that helped expose the true face and massive scale of operations of the smuggler. The results of the search made even longtime law enforcement personnel feel incredibly shocked and outraged. The things hidden inside the car denounced a cruel plot aimed at the peace of innocent residential areas. The authorities found a carefully hidden gun along with an incredibly massive amount of illegal substances weighing up to 10 pounds. This amount is equivalent to about 4,450.1 grams of meth, with a purity level reaching 97%. The fact that a person carried a firearm alongside a large amount of toxic substances with near absolute purity shows extreme danger. This is clearly an extremely important and sophisticated link in the criminal supply chain that must be eradicated at its roots. Besides the amount of contraband and the dangerous weapon, he also carried 2 cell phones containing a lot of suspicious data. These electronic devices were filled with clear and detailed evidence of this man's illegal trafficking transactions. Faced with such overwhelmingly clear and undeniable physical evidence, Williams had no other path but to bow his head and plead guilty. The truth was completely brought to light, ending the days of freely roaming outside the law of a dangerous criminal. This event is a very clear testament showing that the net of heaven is vast, yet hard to slip through. All illegal acts will be appropriately punished. The journey to fight against evil always requires the perseverance, patience, and silent sacrifices of those who wear the uniform of justice enforcement. They had to face countless dangers lurking in the dark night to protect the peaceful light for every beloved home and street corner. Thanks to those tireless efforts, thousands of families have avoided the tragedy of separation due to the catastrophic consequences caused by addictive substances. After the evidence collection process was completed, the justice system set to work preparing for the most rigorous and fair trial. On March 11, 2026, the official sentence for Williams was widely announced to the public. Mr. John P. Heekin, United States Attorney representing the Northern District of Florida, was the one who directly handed down this sentence on behalf of the government. The words of the sentencing echoed in the courtroom like a profound wake-up call sent to anyone intending to step onto the path of darkness. Williams was sentenced by the court to 17 years in federal prison, a period long enough for him to pay the price for his grave mistakes. In addition, to ensure that this man will not have the opportunity to reoffend after serving his prison term, the court also issued a strict supplementary ruling. Upon release, Williams will have to continue to be under the strict supervision of the law for a very long period of up to 12 years. This demonstrates the strictness and high deterrent nature of the law aimed at protecting society from potential risks that could occur in the future. The successful arrest and prosecution of Calvin Eugene Williams is an incredibly wonderful testament to the immense power of interagency coordination. This is the sweet result of an extensive, tight-knit, and arduous investigation process among various agencies and departments. The United States Drug Enforcement Administration, the Florida Highway Patrol, and the Bay County Sheriff's Office stood shoulder to shoulder to create a resounding victory. How important do you think the coordination between citizens and authorities plays in pushing back social evils? The solidarity and timely sharing of information among the units were exactly the golden keys that opened the door to success for this entire complex investigation. Assistant United States Attorney James A. McCain was the one who directly handled the case file and sharply conducted the prosecution procedures for this case in court. The perfect combination of local police forces, state highway patrol police, and federal agents cast a thorough net. That invisible yet incredibly solid net of the law did not give the criminal any tiny chance to escape from punishment. More importantly, Williams' case is not merely a single narrow local crime sweep campaign. It falls within the strategic framework of a large-scale initiative of vital significance to national security named Operation Reclaim America. This is an incredibly important initiative on a national scale launched personally by President Donald J. Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi. This campaign carries the immense expectations of millions of citizens for a bright future devoid of the shadow of dangerous criminal gangs. The core and overarching goal of this historic campaign is to mobilize to the maximum all the strongest resources of the United States Department of Justice. Through this, the government is determined to push back the wave of illegal immigration and completely annihilate gangs as well as transnational criminal organizations. At the same time, the campaign also aims at the noble goal of protecting innocent residential communities from those who specialize in committing horrific violent crimes. Every single case solved, every single criminal arrested is a long stride on the path to realizing the dream of a safe America. The ultimate outrage against the heavy damage sown by criminals was expressed very clearly through the strong statements of authorities. Commenting on this strict sentence, United States Attorney John P. Heekin emphasized the horrific devastation that Williams heartlessly sowed into society. He shared that for many years, this dealer had flooded our streets with toxic substances that destroy character. He heartlessly pushed peaceful communities into addiction decline and sinking into a despair with no way out. Mr. Heekin also affirmed in an incredibly ironclad manner that this heavy sentence is the fulfillment of the campaign's honorary promise to American citizens. Through practical and drastic actions, the government wants to prove that they will never stand idly by and watch criminals blatantly terrorize the community. They commit to uprooting these dangerous threats wherever they hide and exist on this land. We will not stop this war until our streets are safe and free from the shadow of toxic substances, Mr. Heekin strongly declared. Representing the United States Drug Enforcement Administration, the special agent in charge of the Tampa Division, Mr. Daniel Escobar also highly appreciated this outstanding achievement. He affirmed that with a large amount of highly toxic materials seized in a timely manner, this arrest will certainly save many priceless lives. Human life is the most precious thing, and preventing this toxic substance from spreading is a priceless gift for future generations. His affirmation deeply reflects the humanity and the noble life-protecting mission of law enforcement personnel. Mr. Escobar sent his most sincere and profound gratitude to the brave special agents and dedicated law enforcement partners. They are the silent heroes who bravely face danger to successfully stop this dangerous toxic substance before it could sneak into the residential areas in North Florida. Their extraordinary efforts deserve to be recognized and honored by the whole society with the deepest gratitude. This meaningful information was also shared and agreed upon by the special agent in charge of the Miami division of this agency, Mr. Miles D. Ailey. At the same time, Bay County Sheriff Tommy Ford also borrowed this momentous event to send an uncompromising warning message. This message is directed straight at those who harbor intentions of smuggling illegal substances into the local area that he is striving day and night to manage and protect. He emphasized that you need to clearly understand one thing: we will find you, we will arrest you and punish you according to the law. We will work tirelessly with state and federal partners to ensure you must bear all the consequences caused by yourselves. Mr. Ford also further emphasized that the 17-year prison sentence is the most eloquent proof that anyone who threatens the safety of citizens will be charged. No one can stand above the law and escape punishment if they conspire to destroy the peace of honest citizens. The police force is committed to continuing the relentless hunt for those who make filthy profits from the downfall and destruction of others. They firmly affirm that they will never stop until the community can truly live in a safe and healthy environment. In short, the sentence of 17 years in prison and 12 years of probation for illegal drug dealer Calvin Eugene Williams carries many incredibly profound meanings. It is not merely the closing of the sinful illegal operation process of a misguided individual in society. Furthermore, this is a typical and incredibly proud victory for United States law enforcement agencies in the effort to protect what is right. With high determination, dedicated professionalism, and effective coordination efforts from the local to the federal level, justice has truly been served. Those who sow slow death for their fellow human beings increasingly have no place to hide in this country that upholds the rule of law. This typical case has contributed greatly to further strengthening the people's solid trust in the fair justice system. It also demonstrates the outstanding effectiveness of nationwide sweep campaigns in bringing peace and safety to every residential area. Every single citizen can now feel more secure knowing that there are silent heroes staying awake so they can sleep standing guard, so they can have fun. From the sad story of the man named Williams, we can draw many valuable lessons about a view on life and how to live in society. Greed and the desire to get rich quickly through illicit paths will sooner or later lead people down into the abyss of destruction. Money earned from the suffering of others will never bring true happiness, but will only bring chains of days of persistent punishment. Faced with material temptations in life, what skills do we need to equip the younger generation with so they do not step into these same old disastrous tracks? Education from the family and the school plays a highly essential role in shaping the character and bravery of the youth so they know how to protect themselves. We need to teach our children to value health, love their fellow human beings, and clearly understand the value of honest labor through real-life stories. A society only truly develops sustainably when each individual is conscious of obeying the law and joins hands to push back toxic social evils. Together, we can build a solid fortress wall protecting the future of coming generations from the invasion of bad habits and vices. The story about the investigation in the state of Florida today asks permission to close here, but its echoes will surely linger forever in the thoughts of each of us. The victory of the law over evil is always a consolation and a massive motivation for us to believe in a brighter tomorrow. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking your precious time to listen and share multidimensional perspectives on a highly topical and humane issue. Do not forget to hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel to continue accompanying us in the next inspiring and deeply educational stories.